Not used to seeing you this early in the day.
Well, I've been up since 5 in the morning. I know you have time, and it's very short time. The key issue for Donald Trump in America, if not the world, is immigration, immigration, immigration. I coined the phrase borders, language, culture long time ago when I created the Paul Revere Society. There is not a nation on earth that does not define itself by its borders, its language, and its culture. And here we have liberals who are willing to send young men to die for the borders, language, and culture of Ukraine while they spit on America's culture. They decimate and bastardize our language, and they have destroyed our borders. I am an immigrant son. I know what immigration is. Give us your tired, your poor, your hungry, and those yearning to be free. By Emma Lazarus. It's on the Statue of Liberty. I heard it 1,000 times. Well, let me tell your audience right now, those words were written when there was no welfare state. The immigrants who came here, your ancestors, mine, worked like hell 7 days a week to survive. Many of them would rather have died than taken a dime of welfare. And look at the comparison to what we have now. No, there are no Einsteins amongst them. No, there are no Tchaikovskys amongst them. Most of these people coming over the border, I have to repeat it, are illiterate in their own language. That is why they're being thrown out of their own country. They have no value whatsoever to El Salvador, Nicaragua, Mexico, you name the country. They don't want them. They want we, the idiots, to take care of them and their children. Give us your tired, your poor, and your hungry. That was a lie to begin with. Most of the immigrants came here to work in the factories, the fields, the farms, and the mines. That's what they did. Now,
it's also, Michael, it's important, really, if I could just cut you off there, because I have a question for you, but it's important to note that we're for immigration when it's done legally. I think we're all for that. We've been for that for 240 plus years here in the United States. I just have a question with the way that it's being framed. Jen Psaki, and this is the first time that I'd heard this. Jen Psaki this week calls it wasn't, you can't say illegal alien, you can't say illegal immigrant. Now this is called irregular migration. That sounds like the way you describe a flock of birds or something like that. Irregular migration. What do you make of that?
Well, that's like calling the Centers for Disease Control, which you mentioned in the last segment. I've called it the Center for Democrat Control ever since I saw what they're doing to this country. But there is good news. Democrats are moving over to a bipartisan effort to block Biden's rollback of Title 42. And some of them are very big Democrats. Henry Cuellar, D. Texas. Jared Golden of Maine, Stephanie Murphy, Florida, Greg Stanton of Arizona, Chris Pappas of New Hampshire, Tom O'Halloran of Arizona. They're in swing districts. They won by the hair of their teeth. And they know that lifting Title 42 will be the end of America as we know it, and they will be thrown out of office. And if they do this, if Biden goes ahead and lets the far left, being run by occasional cortex and the cartels, it will be hell to pay in this nation for all of us. Borders, language, and culture is the core of this and every nation on earth.
Michael, I got about 30 seconds, but tell me if you had to give President Trump a pep talk before he goes up there on stage, what you'd like to hear from him. What do you say?
Borders, language, culture. I've said it to him in person. I think that his last campaign in 2016 was based on a lot of what my books had contained. I was told that by many of his aides. Great. Well, we need to hear it again because there's no nation on earth that can survive without its borders, its language, and its culture intact. That's what I would say to the president.
Great advice,
Good
Michael
stuff.
Savage.
Yeah.
We always appreciate you.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Love it. Good luck today.
Good to see you, Michael. Thank you.